Flosstube. Welcome to my channel, Stitching is Elementary. My name is Carolee, and I think this is like Flosstube number 79, I think, I'm guessing. But you can see down below if you care. This is really bright, huh? I wonder if I should close this. It has been so hot here. I live in Atlanta, Georgia area, and it has been warm. Turn that a little bit. Yes, that's okay. Anyway, so I hope you're all doing well. It is July 3rd, Thursday, July 3rd, and I am here to show, well, a regular cross stitch update, but also to show my progress for Stitch Halloween in June. So I didn't get as much done as I said I hoped I would, but I did get a good bit done, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, let's get right into it. So I have no full finishes, FFOs. I didn't get to finishing the ones I finished completely, but I do have one complete finish from there and some that are close. And I started a few new things. So anyway, okay, so I'm going to go in order. So what I did is I worked on one for 3 days, and then I started a new one, and I tried to, if I was close to a finish, I tried to still work on the that other one like in the afternoon. So I'd work on my new one every morning for 3 days, and in the afternoon I'd work on one to finish, was kind of how I was doing it. But I still only finished one. But anyway, okay, so the first one I worked on was my Quilted Witch, and it's nowhere near done. But I had a big mistake, which I think I talked about before, and I fixed my mistake. So my broom, I had left off this part. So I ripped out the green, like the green went to that brown right there, that band. So I ripped that out and put this in, and then luckily I just had to add some on the end here, and it wasn't too bad for the broom. But I unfortunately had started the dress above, so I had to, and I only had one row, but it's still a lot of stitching, so I had to pull out all of that. But now we're back on track. So it's Quilted Witch by Be in My Bonnet, Lori Holt, and I'm doing it with Called For Floss on I think it's called for Prim fabric. Pretty sure it is. And it's huge. It's like a blanket. Yeah, so, okay, that's what I did. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I worked on this one. So here's the Call For Floss. It's just a whole bunch of messy DMC, but very pretty. It's ungainly. Let's fix it. Okay. All right, and here is my progress. So I don't know why I feel like I've shown this already, but I don't think I have. But anyway, so I fixed the broom, and then I didn't want to make another mistake. I feel like I talked about this, so I might have already shown this part, but anyway, if I did. So I decided I had already had this sleeve in, so I decided to start here and work my way down just to make sure it was going to be right. And I 1 or 2 stitches off, so I'm going to just make her boots like 1 or 2 stitches higher, and then we should be good. So yeah, I work on this usually on the 13th, the 30th, and the 31st, one of those days at least, if not more, and then I'll work on something else Halloween-y. Okay, so then I pulled out my Fright Night to figure out like where my mistakes were and how hard it was going to be to fix. And I decided just to work on it, and I ended up finishing it, that one. So that was my one finished, but I was super excited about that because this one has been since 2020. So it was time to be finished. And I just added some colors to it. So it called for just the black, the 2 oranges, I think, and white. Moon, yeah, I think that's all called for. And I added in this brown swamp water because I wanted to do the stairs and the tree, and I think I ended up doing the fence too in brown. I don't know, I might have done it in black, I actually don't remember, but the rest is called for all weeks. And this is on Flapper. Picture this plus 28 count Flapper, and I did not iron yet because I didn't get it finished yet. Oh yeah, I did the fence in brown too. So the fence, the steps, the tree. And I love how it came out. And I'm going to finish it like it shows here. I have this board from Hobby Lobby, so I'm going to finish it like that. So I need to do some Halloween finishing this summer. I need to do all around finishing this summer. I have so many things to finish. Okay. So what did I work on next? Okay, so let me read this out. Next, I started a new one. So, Audrey Stitchy Witch 42 was starting a sale from the Witchy Stitcher called Medicine. Okay, Medicine and Poison, Poison and Medicine. I don't know. She's been diagnosed with cancer and she's going through treatment. So this was something she started to work on during her treatment. And she is doing it on perforated paper. So she has a Flosstube. You can go watch her Stitchy Witch 42, and she talks about her cancer journey and shows her progress. And then East Coast Crafter, Helen D, Maine Moose Mom, Stitcher, Michelle, and M. Kissa Creations, Marissa. I kind of crashed in on their sale because I really like this pattern. And I love watching all of them. So anyway, I'll show you their progress before I show you mine. So Maine Moose Mom has a lot done. So obviously she's on Instagram. I love that blue fabric. A little purple in there. It's so pretty. Every time I see hers, I'm like, oh, I need to get mine back out. And then this is M. Kissa Creations, Marissa. I love her dark, dark purple. So pretty. She also enabled me to buy another thing you'll see in haul from her last video. And then this is Stitchy Witch 42. She's doing it on perforated paper. It's really cool and vintage. She is also way ahead of me. And then, oops, Helen D. I think she has more than this done, but this is the last picture on Instagram. But I think yesterday she showed it, or I watched yesterday her whip parade, and I think she showed in there, and she had a little more done than that. So that's pretty blue too. So really pretty fabrics, and it's cool on the perforated paper. I chose, I had from Nicholas Flamel Designs on Etsy. It was a potions set of fabrics. It was a purpley one and a green one. So I chose the green one. And here's the pattern. Yeah, it's called The Difference Between Medicine and Poison is just the dose. And it's going to go in my kitchen for Halloween because I do a whole like witchy apothecary theme in my kitchen. So I think it'd be super cool. So here's the fabric. Really cool modeling. And here's my little bit of progress. And it's just really neutral DMCs. So there we go. So, yep, I want to get back to that one. I think now that Stitch Halloween in June is over, I think I'll do, I know, Tara Sullivan, names are so hard for me, started Spooky Summer hashtag, so that's great. So you can do that throughout the summer. Here's my cool bag. I thought was perfect for it. So I think I'm going to work on, do that same 3 days thing. Like pick one and work on it for a few days and try to get it finished while I work on other things. I won't totally work on that alone because I really, now for July, I'll talk about this later, but I want to get into some summer stitching. So work on it a little bit either in the morning or in the afternoon until it's done, and then start another one. So we'll see if that's what I do. Okay. And then I pulled out Bats and Booze. It's another Fat Quarter Shop one. It didn't say what year this is from, but it's another one of their mystery stitch along. And I also have the quilt I'm doing. So I got the whole middle done, and these are similar to called for. That orange is almost gone because I did all pumpkins. Similar called for. I added this gray in, or I picked a gray that was similar. I can't remember what it was called for, but anyway. And this is on to, is this Pale Gray Gingham? I think it's Ada actually. Yeah, I think it's like the Ada, 14 count Ada Pale Gray Gingham. My hair's wet. But so I am working on now. So I hope, oh, that's right. I have to go back and put that bat in. As I was putting this like quilted almost looking border around it, like you go all the way around, just in white floss, so it's kind of hard to see, but my white floss has like a variegated gray in it, so it's kind of cool. This bat was one off. So I'm like, why? This wasn't matching up correctly. And so once I went back and looked at it, the bat was one off. So I pulled him out. I'm going to put him back in again. So once I finish with this whole, I don't know what you call it. It's not really a border. You can't even see it on the picture, I don't think, really. No, you barely even see it in there. Then there's this border, and then I'll be done. Hopefully that won't take too long. Because counting this quilty, kind of looked like a quilted background. It's not hard, but the white on the white, like I can't be talking and doing it. I have to be careful. Let me see, what did they call for white? Because I don't think I'm using the called for. Yeah, they called for whitewash. I am using, in case you've never done this and you want to copy, I'm using White Lightning from Weeks, which is really cool because it's got a variegated gray in it. So on this pale gray gingham, I think it looks really neat. I think it just goes nice with it. So this is the one I'm working on right now until I finish it, which hopefully won't be too long. And I'm also actually working on the quilt pumpkin parts right here. I did just upload a quilty vlog video, and I think I might do another one where I work on that pumpkin quilt. Hair is being weird. Ever since I've gotten older, my hair just drives me nuts. Okay. Let's see, what did I do next? So then after, okay, so while I was working on that, I finished up Fright Night. That I know, because I was almost done, but not quite. Okay, and then I went to Jack's Bash, and I thought I would finish this, but I did not, because I never went back to it. I worked on it for 3 days, and then I went on vacation, and that kind of threw everything off. But this is Jack's Bash by Plum Street. I'm sure you know it. And I did most of this last year, and I'm doing a little bit of a conversion where we added some purple and changed out a gray or green. I think it was originally a shepherd's bush conversion, but when I had called, they knew nothing about it, the person who answered the phone. So a friend of mine gave me it, and then I even changed one more thing after that, I think. So the main addition that I loved about hers was this purple added to it. And then there were just a couple other changes. So lavender, potpourri. And if you are interested, you can always email me or message me on Instagram. Is a much quicker way to get a hold of me. I don't remember who I got this bag from, but this is a panel you can buy. It has this and 3 other designs on it, which I had gotten because I was going to just make the bag. And then I was just like, I'll order it. I need more bags. I need more Halloween bags. I have way too many Halloween whips. I need to make some, but I might just buy some. We'll see. Okay. Here is my progress. So I am so close to done. I just have to finish the other one, which is what's slowing me down, and finish the grass, which I'm almost done with. And this border, did I finish it? No, I have to do the second cross on this side, going down here. But then I will be, oh, and I have to add in 1869 up there, which there wasn't a date on the original chart. But since I left that space there, I'm going to put in date, and I was born in 1969, so I'm going to put 1869. Unfortunately, my birthday is not near Halloween. I wish it was. This is on 36 count lace by Seraphim, old lace, tattered lace. Why can't I remember the name right now? Something lace, antique lace. I love it. It's going to be so pretty. So hopefully that will be finished in frame for this Halloween. So 1 finish, 2 close finishes. And then what did I do next? Let's see. I'm just looking at, I did not decorate my June. I need to, here's my calendar. I need to decorate it. Bats and Booze, Jack's Bash. Oh, I worked on my Halloween ornament. Oh, that I did finish. That's right. So I do have one more little finish. So these are Shannon Christine 2021 Halloween Ornament Club. And I did finish most of them last year. I just had these 2 left to finish. I think there's a total of 6 or 8. So I finished Which Way to the Candy. And it is all, as Shannon and Christine's always are, all DMC, but then with some beads and some Krynic. So it's a gold Krynic, number 4002. and then beads. So once I get done with all the stitching, I will bead them all. And I'm doing this on a fiber on a whim. I do not remember what this fabric is, but so I finished these two last year. These two. Oh, remember, I messed up on this dinosaur. I put him way over too far and had to rip him out and redo him. That was a pain. Anyway, but he's cute. These two, and then this one I finished a couple weeks ago. And then I didn't start. I have to start the last one and then I'll be done. Yay! I think go with my Halloween tree. I'm thinking about getting another Halloween tree, so I would have 3 this year. We'll see. I don't even think I need to get. I think I have one. I just put it up. But yeah, this is fiber on a whim, like parchment maybe. One of their neutrals. A medium neutral. It's not super dark. So I did finish that one. Yay. And then, okay, and then we went to Maine. So on Thursday the 19th, we went Wednesday night late. We didn't get in. Our flight got in at 1:30 in the morning because it was delayed. We were supposed to get in at 12:30, so it wasn't that. It was already going to be late because my daughter still had to work. I went with my youngest daughter and her boyfriend, and she still had to work. So we flew out at night, flew into Portland, drove to Rockland or Rockport, right by both of them. And we stayed at a campground in this cute house. It was really nice. I'll put some pictures at the end if I remember. But so that was Wednesday like night into Thursday morning, and so Thursday we just kind of slept in, although it was hard because it was very bright. It gets light really early there. I think it was 4:20 is when it got light up there in Maine. So that was crazy. It doesn't get light here until like almost 6, I think. But anyway, that was so. I didn't sleep in much. I did not sleep well on that trip, to say the least. But so anyway, so then we went to Bangor, which was about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and a half away. It's more inland, and I went to the Crafty Grimalkin. So I'll show what I got there in my haul. And we went to a cool bar there right on the river, and it was really fun. Maine is gorgeous. I would move there in a heartbeat if I could. I'm working on convincing my husband that the snow is not so bad. And my daughter and her boyfriend were totally in love with it because they love the cold weather. So they would move if they could find jobs. But anyway, okay. So that we did on Thursday. And then on Friday, I had gotten, where is it? At the Crafty Grimalkin, I had gotten a Satsuma Street ornament that I've been wanting to do these. So I bought one and then I ended up ordering another one later. But Happy Halloween. So I started working on that and then I ripped the paper on Friday, I guess it was. So I had to stop until I got home. And then what I did is I ordered more paper and I put a piece of paper behind where I ripped and just stitched it. And so just that one little section where I ripped has another piece of paper behind it, and it worked. And if you look really close, it doesn't look great, but it's okay for a little frog Halloween ornament. But I have it all done. I just need to put on the beads and the sequins. Right? Yes. Yeah, so that's actually another little finish. So cute. So I'm thinking I'm going to maybe do a little Halloween tree of just all these guys. I'd like to do them all ornaments because they're not totally my style, but I do really love them. Actually, a lot of her stuff I love. So you'll see in haul I got another one. Okay, so that one was finished. And then, so that was Friday. We did the Puffin tour. So you you go on a boat out of Rockland, a boat tour, and it's quite a ways out. And it was, luckily I don't get seasick, but some people were because it's pretty bumpy. But they take you out to, what they call them, Egg Islands, one of the Egg Islands. I guess they're all like East Egg Island, West Egg Island. And the tour lady was saying it's because, they just saw birds' eggs on the island, so they called it Egg Island. So they're all Eggs Island because all birds nest on these islands, all different kinds of birds. So this particular one had a lot of puffins, and I didn't realize how small puffins were. Like, they're normal bird size. They're just fat. They're kind of like round, like, if you don't know. They're normal bird size, about that tall, but then they're about that wide, like they're round, like they're like pill shaped almost. They're super cute. So they were flying all over the place. It was super cool. My daughter was in heaven. She loves birds. She loves photographing them and drawing them. So she was just running back and forth as the boat's like sloshing all around, taking pictures and everything. So we have to get the pictures from her, but she took a lot of good ones. I think I got one that was kind of good, so I'll put it at the end if I can. But there were all different kinds of birds, and the tour guide was from Audubon, and so she had a lot of information about all the different kind of birds. And like there was a time when they had hunted them to like extinction almost, and so then they found a way to build the population back up again, and so it was just interesting. So that was Friday, and we walked all around. What was the little town we were in? Was it Rockland or Rockport? I don't know. There were so many. It wasn't Rockland. Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it. But it was a different little town. It was super, super cute little town and really good restaurants and really good shopping. So we walked all around there after the boat tour, and then we went home and we were just exhausted. So that was that for that day. And then Saturday, I did no stitching. We went to Acadia National Park, which was gorgeous, which I have pictures I'll put in. But my daughter and her boyfriend are really into hiking. Like they go hiking in the mountains a lot. They'll go away for a whole weekend and go hiking. I've never really gone walk in the woods, but not hiking. So I figured we were just going to be walking on paths. Oh, no. We were like going up the side of the mountain on rocks. Now, to them, it was very easy, but I was like, it was a little scary. And I'm in better shape than I used to be because I walk a lot, but I was wiped. So then they were going to go do another one, and my husband and I are like, we'll sit out. We'll wait in the car while you go do that one, because it was, and I'm glad we did, because apparently it goes up pretty high, and it's like steps up this mountain, and there were people who were afraid and weren't moving and kind of got paralyzed, and so it was getting super backed up, and so they had to go back down and then back around the other way to go up. And anyway, so it took a couple hours for them to get that done, and I would have been way too tired. But it was a gorgeous day. It was like the first gorgeous Saturday they'd had in Maine for months, I think. So it was packed. So after that, then we went to the names. It's a really kind of famous city right next to there. If you know the area, I'll try to look it up here. But a tourist town, you know. But it was really, really pretty. Let me look up. National Park. Bar Harbor. So that was cool. We went and had ice cream there and lunch kind of right outside of there, or dinner maybe it was. So yeah, so it was fun. It was really nice, but I did not stitch it all on that day. So then we gets us to Sunday. And for Summerine, for Tara's Spooky Summer, I did have a new start, which I'm out of bags, so I have like 3 in this bag. So I started Gardner Goodwich, which I have the like regular everyday one of this done, which, you know what, it's right here. Let me grab it and show you. Hold on. Knock over the camera. I forget what this one's called, but I have this one, so I've been wanting to do all. She has them for Halloween. I think she has one that's similar for Christmas. Sorry, I'm wobbling the screen. Don't wobble. Yeah. So I started this, and Tara Sullivan also started this, and she finished it. I, of course, did not finish it. I'm doing it on the same fabric as this, which is a 32 count. I think it's called Old Penny. I think they mean like, you know, when a penny over ages in verdigris turns like that green color. I think that's why it's called that, because that name always seems weird to me. But I'm using the called for flosses. And here is my little start. I think I changed the gray. Yeah, I changed the gray. But otherwise, I believe it's all called for. So, need to get back to that one. That one shouldn't take too long to finish once I work on it every day. Okay, so after that, we traveled home on Monday, so I did not really get to stitch on Monday. We went to Portland and looked around, and then we flew home Monday night. And then I worked some more on Gardner Good Witch, I think on Tuesday the 24th. And then Happy Halloween, Happy Halloween. I didn't start anything new. I just worked on those ones. But then I was working on a not Halloween one. Because I had an idea about wanting to change it. Now let me find where it is. Oh, here. Okay, so I belong to most of the Stitching with the Housewives clubs, although I didn't do the last one because I just have too many I have to finish. But I've done all the rest of the seasons for this one. This was stitching seasons. I just never did summer. And the reason is, although I love the strawberries, they're really cute and they would go in my kitchen, this whole display I have in my family room where I in the summer I decorate like nautical, boats, mermaids, anything nautical. So I really want to make this nautical, but I'm like, oh, that's a lot to do. So last year I just put it away. I'm like, whatever. So this year I'm like, I really, really want to make a nautical. So I've bought like 3 or 4 other patterns off of Etsy that just had images, nautical images, you know, seabirds and lobsters and crabs and that kind of stuff. And I'm changing it and I'm loving how it's turning out. So let me show you. I'm using the same colors. I'm just using them, you know, in different places. So here. So instead of being the Seed Co., I made it claws, and the reason is this is a restaurant we went in in Rockland, a seafood restaurant called Claws, and I had really good lobster there. So I thought that'd be cute, and it was all red. I made it blue with the red, but then I put a little crab up at the top and little seashells, and then 3 little birds here, and then I'm going to do the house over here the same as this one with the 3 little birds. So I am super loving how this is turning out. It's been a lot of work figuring this out because I put in a little anchor there, which is kind of hard to tell. So I kept it similar, but I just tried to change the images. And like here I did seahorses when they were sunflowers. I'll hold that up next to it. So you can see. So then down at the bottom, I'm not sure what I'm going to do right here. I'm thinking 2 little fish, a fish here and a fish here facing in. Yeah, but I'm really super excited about it. And it's going to look so cute with all my other decor. So that was great. So I spent a good many days on that. I think that was when I worked on Happy Halloween and that Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then I said, okay, I got to, you know, Stitch Halloween in June is almost over. So I pulled out one more whip and worked on it. And that was my Haunted House Trio. Oh, and I actually finished this one too. So yeah, I did have more finishes. They're parts of, you know, other ones. They're little finishes. So this is Haunted House Trio by Waxy Moon Designs. And I was working on the creepy house and I finished that one. And so I need to start the haunted house next. And I'm using all the called for floss, and I'm using this gorgeous fabric that I do not know the name of. I thought it was maybe Haunted by Picture This Plus, but then I saw some Haunted and that was more gray and this is more blue. So here's all the floss, my fabric. So it looks really pretty. But this is like a deep blue with like some purpley modeling in it, which is kind of hard to tell. But there's my finish. The creepy is backstitched. Yeah, so yay. So I'm going to finish these all separately and then like put them next to each other in something. I'm not totally sure how, but I love these house trios. I would love to do all the seasons, but I can get that one done. Okay, so I did finish that too. And I finished that on, I think, Monday the 30th, didn't I? Yeah. All right, and that got us through June. I had pulled out my Quaker, but I guess I didn't work on it. I forgot that I did not. Okay, so then my plans for July are to still work on some Halloween, because you'll see I started a new one, but also to work on summer. So I have lots of like oceany kind of summer stuff I want to do. So I did start where is it? Another Halloween yesterday. Tiny Modernist is doing a 14-part mystery stitch along. You get a part every week. And I was trying to talk myself out of doing it, but I'm so glad I had no self-control and I did it anyway. So it started this week on the 1st. I think the first part came out. So I am doing it with the call for floss on a piece of fabric that it's Witchelt Old Penny, I think it's called. But Witchelt is usually very thin. This is a thicker one, so I don't know. It just says it's linen. I don't know why it's thicker, but I like this Witchelt a lot better than the normal Witchelt. But anyway, I can't show you what it looks like, but you can go on Tiny Modernist and see the picture she has up. But this is the called for floss, some of it. And here's my problem. So I had just about all of the called for floss, but I wasn't sure about the orange. So I didn't have, so it calls for Punchberry, which is a lighter pinky purple. So I had to order that anyway. So then it called for candied yams and pumpkin. So I had the pumpkin and the candied yams actually. But the candied yams is so, well, it doesn't look as pink there, but it's really pinkish orange in real life. I don't know if I love that. That's the only color. This purple is like my favorite. I'm so super excited. I've never used it, but I had it. And it's got like a little purpley blue variegation. Kind of matches my nails. You'll see on the piece, it is, oh my God, I was so excited doing this. But this I'm not. So anyway, I ordered, it takes 2 of these and I only had 1. So I ordered 2 more from Farm Girl Dry Goods with the Punchberry because she had all the ones I needed. And I'm hoping when it comes, it's a darker, like a not so pinky and orange. I'm just not sure what I think about the pinky with this because my fabric's so dark. I feel like it's more kind of a little creepy and this isn't creepy enough. I don't know. So I'm really torn on this. So then I looked at my stash. I'm like, well, I could just pick a different orange. So I pulled out 2 different oranges. So I pulled out just Pumpkin Harvest, which is similar, but see, not as pinky. And I pulled out Carrot by Weeks, which is more orange. And I really think that my instinct is to go with Carrot. But, you know, I hate to not do what the designer did. So I'm hoping the new ones of the candied yams maybe are more orange than pink. So I'm going to wait, I think, till that comes and see. So there's all the choices and there's how they look with the darker orange. So all of those, whichever light orange I pick will be with that dark orange. You see, and those 2 I think look so good. I don't know. Here's the candied yams with the dark orange. I can get it. Just feel like it's so shrimpy colored. And then here is and on the picture on Farm Girl Dry Goods, the candied yams looks more orange. So I don't know if there could be different versions. That's good. I would be happy with that. I think I really like that, although I don't know if they're maybe too close. I really like that. So then, because here's my fabric, so let me show you. It's a pretty dark brown. But look at that. Isn't that adorable? That eyeball in there. Oh my gosh, I love it. So that purple, that is Gentle Arts Purple Iris. And you can't really see it, but it's got like a bluish variegation right there, kind of, you can see. And I just think it's so pretty. There's those 2 oranges. See, I really like that. We'll see. I'm going to try to wait because I also have the dark green coming. The dark green was either steamed broccoli from Classic Colors, which I have, but it was also, or you could use Gentle Arts, this other green, which I didn't have. So I ordered that too to see which I like better. But that will go with the pepperoncini, the light green. A color like that. So I'm going to hold off. So this is all of part 1. So I finished everything that I had the floss for. This is that green, that pepperoncini, which is one of my favorite greens. And I'll see. Hopefully, I'm hoping she ships it today. I keep checking my email because if she doesn't ship today, tomorrow's July 4th, and then it's going to be way next week before it comes. But I'm crossing my fingers. She usually ships quick. So we will see. This is where I wish I had a cross-stitch store near me that had all these fun things. Okay, so that I'm having a blast with. That's also in this not Halloween bag. I need to either buy a Halloween bag or make some more. Let's see. And I decided to join in Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, last year, and she's doing it again this year. She's doing strawberries for Wimbledon, which I didn't know what strawberries had to do with Wimbledon. I don't know if she ever explained it, but she didn't this year, I don't think. So I had no idea. But I have a ton of strawberry patterns and I've never stitched one. So I thought, well, I just need to do that. So I thought, well, I need a bag. So I made a strawberry bag out of a bunch of my Pam Kitty Morning Stash fabrics. That's her fabrics, so pretty. And I talk about this in my quilt update video, my quilty vlog video, because I had a little bit of problems making this, as I do with every bag I make, but came out good. So I decided just, so I was going to tell you, somebody told me on that video, Crafting Kirsty, I think she's from the UK, that apparently at Wimbledon they eat strawberries and cream, and this is like strawberry season usually when Wimbledon is, so it's a big thing to have strawberries and cream over there. Traditional, very traditional. So yeah, so I decided to start, and I'll show you all the ones. I have all my strawberry patterns in here, kind of heavy. But I thought I'll start Summer Strawberries. So here is Summer Strawberries by Erica Michaels, and I started this one. And it's on 36 count white. And the called for is Deep Blue Sea, I think by Classic Colorworks, but I have this Color and Cotton Solstice, so I'm using that. And there is my little progress. We'll start in 36 count white. So yeah, so I'm excited about that. So hopefully I'll get a few of those done this month. Maybe I'll watch Wimbledon. I don't. Okay, hold on a second. This hair is driving me crazy. I'll try to wear my hair down to work, and it'll last a half an hour, and then it's either in a ponytail or it's in a clip. That's why sometimes I'll get it cut in a bob, so I can't do that, but then I'm annoyed that I can't do that. So okay. All right, so I have way too many berry patterns for never doing one before. I even have this little kit for spring berries. Where's spring berries? Find that one. So I think Helen D was doing a berry sale maybe years ago. Where's the spring berries? Huh. Okay, I'm missing the one that goes with this. Is it in here? No, I must have kitted it up somewhere. So I have spring berries, and I have this felt pack that she had gotten with someone, and they made felt packs, and you could get them. So yeah, so I also have the spring berries pattern, but it's not in here. I just realized that. I think I probably have it kitted up somewhere, because that was going to be the first one I started years ago when Helen D was doing that. Okay, so, and I in fact just got 2 new berry patterns, so, but I'll show you the ones I have. So Honeyberry, so cute. And of course I love these 2, Wicked Cute. And I guess you can make the berry and the little rectangular one. I also have another, okay, here it is. So I was thinking about starting this one, but I decided to go with the Summer Scary Berry. So I think I might start one of those next if I finish the summer berries. Then there's Fall Bounty Berry. I love that acorn. Turkey Time. This is Christmas Countdown. Oh, I think I had gotten this in one of the I can't remember that thing that Lindy Stitches puts on. I'm blanking on the name of it. In December every year, you know, it's an online like retreat. Why I'm blanking on what it's called. Oh, Jingle Ball. I think I got that there. This was like 1 year exclusive to that. So this has a whole sampler with it and everything too. Oh, cute. Nativity Berry. Pretty blue. Holly Home Berries. Sweet Berry, and I apparently kitted that up. I should take that floss out in case I want it for something else, but And then the other day I was at my quilt shop, Tiny Stitches, and they had these birdsong berries, and we are into birds here, so I had to get that one. My husband and both my daughters are so into bird watching, and my son's getting into it. And I like them, but I don't know everything like they all do. But we live right on, our backyard basically is Kennesaw National Battlefield Park, so it's a state park. So no one can build behind us. So it's just all trees, and my husband puts out all different kinds of bird food on our back patio, and we get so many birds. Like birds you don't see many places. We just get them just by the boatloads. It's crazy. So we love birds. We have, so if you go into my kitchen, there's 3 big, huge windows looking out in the backyard. And my husband had like the storm window of one open, and he forgot to close it. Oh no, I guess he had it open because he was filling the bird feeders that hang there that way, because there's nothing below it. It's like 2 stories. And a little wren built her nest in there. So now the babies just hatched yesterday, so we can look right in the window and see the little birds. I often have to get the flashlight to see in there, but and see her sitting on the nest, and now they've hatched. This morning, I swear I heard them like singing. It was so cute. Anyway, okay, and then this one I just got the other day, and I love St. Patrick's Day stuff. So this is Lucky Berries. This was from Cobweb Corners. She's having some sales, and I think this was on sale. So I'm like, oh yes, please. I got something else from her, and so I had to have that. So yeah, those are all my berries. So we're doing berries in July. I don't even know how long Wimbledon lasts, but maybe I'll try to watch it. Yeah, so I did that. So that's a plan. So I'm going to work on berries. I'm going to work on summer. I'm going to work a little still on Halloween. Oh, and then I also want to, for my kitchen, I have this up in my kitchen, and I only have the spring one with bunnies on it done. Or maybe it's the chick. Maybe it's the March one. So I'd like to finish that to put up there. So I need to start that. So that's a plan. And then I really want to start, I thought I was gonna, and I did not start these yet. Snacko Lantern. I have it all kitted up and ready to go. And they're both in the same bag, because once again, I'm out of good Halloween bags. Actually, I'm out of all my bags. Oh my gosh. This bag is too full. So I'm going to do it on Pale Gray Gingham, and then that's the DMC. And then I told you about this before. I wanted to start Witch's Hollow by, I don't have the pattern here, by Autumn Lane Stitchery. So I have the fabric, which I showed you about before, and all the DMC for that to start. So when I'm in the mood for a new start, I'll probably start one of those or both. And then I also want to make another project bag for my, which I have not worked on. I'm hoping if I get a project bag, I'll work on it. My Pirate Ship by, can't remember the name of the people who make it. Can't remember names today. But I got these, so it's a pirate ship. And so I got that fabric. And then this one I think I'm going to put on top. And I'm going to just make a project bag. So I made that one. Hopefully I'll get to this one soon, because I need a bigger one for that. That pattern is huge. Glendon Place. The pattern is huge, and I had to tape the whole thing together to see the page breaks. Like, I wish these were all digital. Like, I love digital patterns. I can put them in my Markup XP, and we're good to go. But I don't think it comes in a digital pattern. If you know that it does, let me know. But I don't believe it does. Okay, so let's get into haul now. Actually, I have more quilt haul, I think, but I'm going to save that for its own, do it in like a quilty update video. But first I'm going to share some Stitchy kindness. So my friend Michelle, Stitching by the Moon, sent me like a late birthday present, because she was supposed to, the retreat I went to in May, she was supposed to come, but she ended up having a death in the family and wasn't able to come. So she was going to give me my birthday present then. So she sent it, and Michelle, I still have something to send you. I'm just horrible at mailing things, so hopefully I'll send it before your birthday. But she sent me this beautiful project bag. So pretty. It's such a cool design. I've never seen one like this, so I might have to copy that. And you didn't make this, right, Michelle? Because I don't think she should sew, so I don't think she made it. But if you made it, let me know. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And I did message you and let you know I got it, right? I'm pretty sure I did. I hope I did. But anyway, okay. So then inside of it, she gave me a berry pattern, so I can add that to my berries. And it's a Little Red Riding Hood, which I've said before, our last name's Wolf. So I kind of love all things Little Red Riding Hood with the wolf. I have fabric. I need to make a quilt out of it. I still never done that. I have some Boyd's Bears I collected one time that is the wolf, and I think I have Little Red Riding Hood too. So I love that so much, and I love Tra-la-la. And she gave me the floss for it. So I gotta put that in my bag. I kind of forgot that was strawberry. I gotta put that in there. And then some little floss drops, which are so cute. I love them. What does it say? Needle and scissors, thimble and thread and thimble, keep little fingers busy and nimble. That is so cute. Where did you get these, Michelle? I want more. That's adorable. They kind of go with my Stitching is Elementary ones I had when everybody was doing those floss, you're exchanging the cards. And then she gave me these, let's see. Oh, okay, so these are project cards. Like you can write finished projects on, but I just want to frame them. They're so pretty. And that one, so pretty. I have these almost done. I think this is the one I have to finish. I need to get back to that. All right, so thank you so much, Michelle. That was so sweet, and I absolutely adore everything. Too bad this isn't Halloween because I really need another Halloween one, but I have a blue Stitch I can put in here. Okay, so that was awesome. And then just a little bit of haul. So when I went to the Crafty Gromolka, let me show you that stuff first. Okay, trying to remember where I got everything from. Okay. So they had tons of fabric, but I know you can order it online. So I just got this one piece of purple. There was another purple I really wanted to, but I was good. Now I'm kind of sad I was good. I might have to, in fact, I have it in my cart. I might have to order it. This is Orchid by, 32 count Orchid by Atomic Ranch. So very pretty. Something Halloween-y will go on there. I'll show you. I got a pattern I was thinking of, but I don't know. We'll see. And then I got this pattern, Boo, by Luminous Fiber Arts. I've been wanting that since that came out. And, sorry, this bag is going to fall. I'm going to take everything out of here and put it on the floor. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to show that. All right, Boo. That would be cute on that purple, too. I don't know, we'll see. I was thinking this one too. Trust Me, Batty Doesn't Begin to Describe It. And this is by Needlework Press. Just having some fun at Needlework Press now. But I like the fabric it's on there. That's really cool looking. So we'll see. And then I also got, I've been wanting this Sea Apple, and it was sold out a lot of places. I think it's super cool. Great for my nautical kind of oceany, I don't know, beachy decor for summer. And then I have the fabric I got somewhere else. I'll show you in a moment for that. And then this Good Old Days, I have so I'll show these two. I'm in the monthly club, okay? So, but I started after the first shipment came, so I never got this. So they had this, so I got that. But then now I've been getting them all monthly, and my last two were June. I love that berries right there, that bowl berries. And July, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the paisley and polka dot piece and finish it on that. Which, if you've watched Fat Quarter Shop, she was just doing these threes. She didn't do this one, so she didn't want this piece that paisley and polka dots had. So actually, paisley and polka dots, I guess they asked them, and they made up another piece that looks just like the original one, but it's thinner and it just has spots for these three. So if you don't want to do the whole Good Old Days one, you could just get that and do those three. So I thought that was cool. Okay, so that, and then I also picked up this buttons and beads, and I had gotten that Hoppy Halloween ornament. I love the Mill Hill Halloween ones. And this I thought was so cute. Beach Cottage. And Oh, and then okay, so at some shops we were at, I'll just show you because that's in here. Forgot that was in here. I got this little card just because I love the picture. I think I'll just frame it. And I got a little whale ornament. There was a giant whale I really wanted, but we were doing carry-on luggage and it wasn't going to fit in my carry-on. So I got a little one. This was in, I can't remember the name of the place. I'll try to put it on here if I remember. That cute little whale ornament, but I might just sit him around somewhere. All my receipts are falling all over the place. Just trying to see if it says the name. Oh, Booth Bay Harbor, Maine. Booth Bay Harbor. That's where we went on the puffin tour and then walked around. It was really cute. Okay, so then when I ordered, what did I order from Cobweb Corner? Oh, I went on the Cobweb Corner and I got that, the Lucky Strawberry, but I also then got this, I believe, from there. So another one, because she had these on sale, that's right. They were a little cheaper or something. So she has a bunch. I wanted to order more, but I was good and just ordered this one. So that'll be the next one I do. And then Helen D had talked about barefoot needle art, which is down somewhere like North Carolina-ish, Virginia-ish. I can't remember now. But she had gone down there, I guess. And so I'd heard of it, but I didn't realize they had an online shop. So she was showing that they had these magnetic frames for the perforated paper. Most of these you can order on Etsy, but they're from Ukraine and they're beautiful, but I just wanted it quick because I was working on one. So these, they laser or they 3D print, and they're magnetic and they work well. I started using I got a smaller one in this one. So I got that from Barefoot Needle Art. And then this, I got this fabric. This is the fabric for, patterns are slippery, stay, for this. So it is Marsh Walk, 32 count. So that'll be for that. Like everything's gonna fall here. It's all in slippery plastic. Okay. So I had to order some patterns. So I'm really into the summery seaside stuff. So I thought that's new from Quaint Rose Needle Arts. And really I should have waited for the PDF, but I just really wanted it. I love that big bird. He's so cute. And then this one is Sampler. I don't know how to say that, but it's peachy. And then this one, Helen was also talking about, this is a new designer I had never heard of, and they sell her stuff there. I guess she lives there. A Gardener's Needle. And she had so many cute patterns, so I love that because we have so many cardinals here. So I got that one. And then this cute Merry Stitches, which Christmas, like I never buy Christmas. So I know it's Christmas, Stitch Christmas in July. I'm going to try to pull out something to stitch on for Christmas, but yeah, so that was cute. And she had a bunch more that I really liked, but I was trying to not be terrible. So I got those. And then when I was watching Marissa from M. Kiss of Creations, she showed this finished. And I had this in my cart on Amazon for quite some time. And I'm like, oh, I'm just getting that. So it's the Ocean ABCs. I'm just in this kind of mood right now. This will take forever, but it's all kitted up. I think it's 14 count Ada. So, and I think Pam and Steph is stitching this. So yeah, love all things love. And then I was at my quilt shop yesterday because I ran out of something, and they had this. So I got the Halloween magazine. But I wanted to tell you something. If you have a Kindle, or I have Kindle Unlimited, and you can get these on Kindle Unlimited. Now you can't print them out or anything. You can just look at them on your Kindle, but it's free because it's part of Kindle Unlimited. And they even have back issues, some of them, not all of them, that I could find. But so I looked through everything on there. I knew I wanted it, so I bought it. I want to have the magazine because Kindle Unlimited, if I'd ever get rid of it, that would be gone and I wouldn't have it anymore. So I just like to have the magazines. But I mean, you could just, if you have it on there and you don't care about having the pattern for later, you could just stitch what you want and then you'd be done. So there's a lot of cute stuff in here, as always. There's a page in the back that shows all of them. Like there's a bunch that I love, but I probably would never stitch, but then there's a few that I absolutely really want to stitch. I'll show a couple. This one I'd love to stitch for my younger daughter. That would be really cute for her decor. There's a bunch of cute ghosts. Oh, I'm going to stitch this. I love this. It's a little cemetery sampler. Cemetery rose sampler. I think that's so cute. So yeah, there's a bunch of cute stuff in there. So I think that is it. I think I am done. So I hope if you were stitching along with me, I know Michelle was stitching along for Stitch Halloween in June, and a few other people. If you were, you had a good time and you got lots done. And then just keep stitching this summer with Spooky Summer hashtag. That'll be fun, and we can all kind of cheer each other on. It's hard for me at this point to put down Halloween. I just love it, but then I will get sick of it, so I need to take a break. I think in August, then I'm going to stitch like autumn stuff, or autumn, August, or whatever. Because I have so many autumn patterns that are not making any progress because I always do all the Halloween. So I would like to do that because I actually usually decorate for autumn like right after Halloween, because here the weather, it stays pretty warm in September. Even October can be pretty warm, and then it starts to cool off. And November really is more fallish to me here. It's when all our leaves really drop. So I like to decorate for fall and Thanksgiving. And then after Thanksgiving, I decorate for Christmas. So I need some fall stuff. All right, I think that's it. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all have a lovely 4th of July. And I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.